Hi, I'm Shonda Golden. You're watching Shonda's Golden Ticket. Today we are inside Bizarre Guitars Vault, home to some of the rarest guitars in the world. It is my pleasure to introduce you to one of the world's greatest fingerstyle guitarists, Doyle Dykes. Doyle, thank you so much for being on the show today.
It's great to be here, and what a place. I mean, I'm so impressed. I mean, I've never seen anything quite like this.
I know. It's very, an honor. Yeah, it's impressive.
Yeah. Well, I've always thought, guitars really add life. Mm-hmm. It's like Kevin Costner one time says, when you put horses into the shot in the movie, it just adds life. And I've always thought that about guitars.
Right.
And so there's plenty of life in this room. Let me tell you, this is amazing.
Thank you. So when you're playing, what are you thinking about? Because I know you're so deep into it.
It all depends on what I'm playing. Of course, sometimes I'll be playing something like... and I'll be thinking about my mom, I wrote that for her. It's called Martha's Kitchen.
Yes.
And I'll think about her, and she's a sport, let me tell you. She's 83, still mows the grass on her riding lawnmower. And then sometimes I'll be doing something for my grandkids, or for sometimes it might be a serious thing, like... let's see, there's a little tune I wrote. It's called A Call to Freedom. And it's the tribute to 9/11, and later on the song it switches, and that's sort of the hook. Sometimes, even though there are no words, there's a musical hook, and it switches to this. Beautiful. So it goes through, and so it's just a real passionate feeling. And I played that on my second Guild gig, I guess you'd call it, in the shadow of the new World Trade Center on Park Row in New York City. And what an honor it was to do that.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
So it all depends. And if I'm playing, like an old hymn, I'll think about my dad a lot too, and I'll just think about what a friend we have in Jesus, and how I'm never alone, and no matter where I am.
Right. That's one of the things I love about you too, is that you have such a great walk with your Lord.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. It's all part of it. I can't separate that.
Right.
It all started with that. My granddad was a choir director at our church for 33 years, and I remember he called me up the stage one time. He said, "Doyle's going to play a song," and I was 11 years old, and I still get nervous when I hear this, or when I play this. It was my own little rendition of "I've Been with Jesus." And I remember saying, "Lord help me, F is coming up," and this one right here. Oh. And so anyway, that was the first solo I ever played. And it was at church. I grew up around the church. And then a sailor came to my church one time, and he went on my dad's guitar after church, and my dad said, "Wow, where'd you learn to do that, boy?" And I ran to my mom. I said, "Can we have him over for dinner?" Because I'm from Jacksonville, Florida, port city, with Navy bases everywhere. And he came to my house, and he taught me some of the basics of fingerstyle guitar, and that's what really got me going.
Oh, interesting.
On that. I already knew some of Chet Atkins, but I couldn't figure out how did he do that, I figured it out. Of course, I'm still trying to figure some of that. But when you're playing the bass, and that's what fingerstyle guitar is. You're playing the bass and your rhythm, at the same time, and then your lead. And that's what you do when you can't afford a band. So that's a band in a box.
There you go.
Yeah.
So you're playing Guilds. What do you love about the Guild guitar? They're beautiful
Everything.
guitars.
Yeah, they are. You know, really, I found out that this is really like a boutique guitar. And the more I've really studied Guild, of course, I played Guild when I was a kid, so it was like coming home for me.
Right.
And of course, they're made in such a traditional way, with the way they join the body and so forth, with a dovetail and all that. So it's all just like one piece. And the nitrocellulose lacquer finish, which really breathes, and you just get a better sound. And I love it. I love the feel of it, and the radius of the neck is just perfect for if you want to do some of the well, you know, or that kind of thing. It just rolls really nice. Also, it has an Adirondack spruce top, which I just discovered a few years ago was really great. But one of the other keys is the bracing inside is Adirondack. And whether you put that on Sitka spruce or Adirondack, or no matter what you put it on, it sounds better. It just works better. And you normally only see that in older companies or boutique companies. And so, you know, they have a history behind them. And they're back up in the Northeast, and that's where they started years and years ago. And I've gone to the factory, and I told them, I said, y'all the nicest bunch of Yankees I ever seen. And they are. They're really great. They're great. They're great people. And they're building some really fine guitars. I'm proud to be affiliated with them.
Awesome. Awesome. Would you mind playing a song for us? It would be such an honor.
Well, you know, I played something just a little snippet of something a while ago. And I mentioned my dad. I've been thinking about him a lot.
my God, that is beautiful.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you so much. I
Thanks,
can't
Shauna.
begin to tell you what an honor it is to have you on our show today. Thank you.
It's great to be here with you.
Thank you. And God bless.
You too. God bless you. God bless you folks.
You can find out more about Doyle Dykes by checking him out on our Facebook page at Shonda's Golden Ticket. Thank you so much.